I'm Nathan. I'm here on the Amalfi coast. I'm going to bring you 3 dishes using locally sourced produce, local ingredients. We are going to do a beetroot salad with mozzarella. First of all, we're going to marinate the mozzarella. I've got small balls of mozzarella. You can use standard mozzarella, but slice it. First of all, we're going to add some hazelnut oil. To that then, we're going to add some fresh chilies. You can keep the seeds if you want to keep it spicy. You can also add vanilla to this. It will cut through with the pickled beetroot nicely. It will also bounce off the flavour and the milkiness of the mozzarella. I used 4 chilies, roughly about 500 grams of mozzarella and about 250 millilitres of hazelnut oil in this marinade. Chilies I'm using just to add flavour, just to give it a bit of a kick. It will also go nicely with the vanilla, and also it will add that little spiciness and the kick to it. So while that's marinating, I'm going to just slice some nice fresh ripened tomatoes. You look at normally 2 per person, so this dish will go perfectly sitting out in the garden with family, or if you've got friends around and you want to impress, or even if you just don't feel like cooking hot food, it will just go nicely together. You can also, if you want, you don't have to slice the tomatoes like this, you can quarter and de-seed them, which is simply straight down there, straight down the middle. These, because they're nice and ripe, you can just pull the seeds out, but normally you'd run your knife along them. Just pull the seeds out, and then if you wanted to, you could dice them, or you could just cut them into nice thin strips. Spinach, amazing vegetable, adds texture to the food. It will also add flavour. With spinach, you just wash it. Normally you need to wash spinach about 2 or 3 times, simply because it gets grains of sand in. So normally you would just pick the stalk out, just tear the spinach. One thing you don't want to do is eat stalk of spinach because it's really tough. Now to put the dish together. Okay, so simply we're just going to throw this together, rustic and rough. So you have your spinach, normally a little bit of spinach, a few tomatoes in there, just tear the spinach. Great vegetable, nice flavoursome, add some nice colour to it. And now time for the main ingredient of the dish, beetroot. Nice slices. And your mozzarella. You can have this cold or you can have it warm. You can heat it up just to melt the mozzarella. And for a dressing, choose your marinade. There's the final dish. You can also add to this maybe a balsamic vinegar. This is a perfect dish for the summer. Well, as we all know, Amalfi is famous for its seafood. I couldn't come here and not do something with lobster. So here we are. Have a nice, gorgeous lobster. This lobster's been boiled for about 20 minutes. Okay, let's prep it. First of all, just pull off the head, claws. You can keep the head because you can use it for prep, you can use it for decoration on the plate, or simply if you're going to make a lobster bisque. Absolutely amazing to make a fresh lobster stock. First of all, we're going to take the meat from the body. What you want to do is get rid of all the shell. Just pull it off. Very tricky job, as you can see. Most people would normally serve this whole on a plate, say. Just make sure you haven't got none of the yellow bile on it or anything like that, because it don't taste very nice. So if you have to cut away some of the meat, cut it away. But make sure you keep all this if you're going to do a soup or a stock. And you simply just cut it into rings. Maybe if you tear it up, if it's going into a salad. Now, mango. Goes perfectly with lobster. Lobster with mango, pineapple, papaya, fruit. Okay, yeah. Would you like to try some mango? What's your opinion?
It's really nice.
Is it really sweet? That's why it goes so perfectly with lobster, because the fishiness and the sweetness of the mango go perfect together. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to simply take the skin off. Just dice, just rough and rustic food. What Italian cuisine is about. It's rough, it's rustic, but full of flavour. When you're doing this, just be careful not to cut too deep into the mango, because you might slip and take your finger straight off. So that's enough mango. The next component of the dish is actually a marinated cucumber. So what you do is you straight down the middle. What you preferably want is, say, for half moons maybe, or even if you want to go smaller, you can go into quarters. So just thin, it doesn't matter about the size, everything's rustic. Put it in the tub. And a nice splash of white wine vinegar. What you want is that nice tangy flavour. You could also add mint into this. Just mix it in. Straight into your salad. So you've got nice vegetables, you've got a load of vegetables in there, a lot of flavour. So you have a nice summer colourful dish. And into that, just tear up some spinach. And my favourite Italian bean, cannelloni beans. Absolutely full of flavour. You can use the juice of the bean if you want to. All adds to the flavour. Into that then goes a splash of olive oil. Then a touch of nice balsamic. Would you mind passing me the plate, please, Mia? Now let's put this dish together on a plate. So make sure it's all incorporated. It's nicely done. Take a nice handful, making sure you get everything in there. So make sure you have the fruit of the mango, the acidity and tanginess of the cucumbers, nice ripened tomatoes. Finally finished by the fishy texture of the lobster. Just a nice wipe of the plate, just to make sure it's nice and clean. and a final touch more balsamic.
Finally, it's the dessert. It's a limoncello with Amaretti biscuit. It's called Mia Dolce. First of all, whipped cream, about 500 millilitres. To that, I'm going to add one of Italy's famous liqueurs, limoncello. Nice glug of limoncello, depending on how strong you want it. It will make the cream watery when you add this in, so you might have to whisk it back up to peaks again. Into that, I'm going to add my already crushed amaretto biscuits. Just going to fold them in nicely. And then to that, just to give it a bit more of a fruit content, I'm going to add a few slices of mango. Absolutely perfect, simple, perfect if you've only got 15 minutes on your hand just to prepare a quick dessert. Or even if you've been at work and you come home and you fancy something nice and sweet just to end the night on. Now it's time to put the dish together into glasses. We have 2 shot glasses. If you wanted to, you could always variance this and add to it some chocolate, creme fraiche. It's always a nice base for a cheesecake. Just wipe the sides. But the amaretto biscuits are just amazing. You could even have this if you really wanted to for breakfast with nice latte or a cafe latte. Would go really nicely. Even if you replace the cream with a yogurt, so a nice Greek yogurt. Also, you don't have to fill the glass right up because it's rich. I have 2 tasters here, Mia and Holly, who are going to taste the dessert and let me know what they think. There you go, girls. I think you can tell from facial expression that it's absolutely divine.